Okay, here's Dexter Season 7, Episode 11. This is the title, Do You See What I See? I call this the Obvious is Obvious, or Say It Ain't So episode. It seemed like Dexter was on a roll. I liked the season. I've preached it. The Season 7 was making a great comeback. And all of a sudden they make this terrible episode that I don't even know what they're doing in this episode, because it's like the obvious is obvious. There's the plot setup of basically the guy getting released of the last man standing, and the Dexter as a child traumatized, and his mother died and he was left in a pool of blood, and there's one man left who was in prison that Dexter couldn't get to, and he gets released from prison. It was obvious from the first scene that LaGuardia was setting him up, and of course you hoping it wasn't so, but of course you saw it happening in a way. And then of course the episode ends with Hannah getting, like, Dexter like selling out Hannah because he thinks that she spiked Deborah's drink for her to get crashed. But then Hannah even said, even though it hasn't been revealed yet, but Hannah said, Dexter, if it was me, she'd be dead by now because I'm that good. Basically, she told Dexter that wasn't him, so it's Deborah that's setting up Dexter to get the Hannah, because you saw it a mile away. So basically, of course, that Dexter doesn't realize this, but you know it's going to happen in the next episode. It's like, Dexter was getting cool with his plot points, and you didn't see where things were coming, and you were very surprised by the turns and the twists and turns that were happening. But this episode was like so obvious, and it's setting up the season finale that I'm kind of upset about, like, next week, because you know that it's going to be revealed. But it's also the theme that I hope they're not even going to go there, but I think they're going to go there. It's the Breaking Bad theme, where, like, if one person is bad, and then basically their main influences become bad too, just by proxy, just by being the influence. So it seems like Deborah is doing that to set up Dexter, doing that very bad thing to set up Dexter, because she's learning from Dexter in a way, just like in the Breaking Bad theme. I don't know. I had some issues with this episode. Hopefully it'll make a big comeback in the season finale next week, but I don't know. It just seemed like, this episode was boring. 2, because, well, it's boring because you saw everything happening a mile away. And 3, that nothing surprised you, nothing shocked you, there was nothing revealing. That's my review.